Hi, welcome to Another Year Bolder. My name is Jamie. I'm currently on a 100+ pound weight loss journey following the diet-free life method with Robert Ferguson. I'm also trying to just get fit and get healthy all around in general. I'm focusing on the scale, but not 100% because I do want better mobility, better strength. I want to be able to move around much easier, things like that. But what I'm going to show you in this video is some really easy, basic fat burning meals. So I'm going to start with a breakfast meal that is literally preheat the oven and pop it in and you're pretty much good to go. So I'm going to show you that right now. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make this, it's called a market side savory breakfast biscuit crust pizza. It's got eggs, sausage, cheese, and then obviously a biscuit crust. I'm going to show you how to turn this into a fat burning meal. So I've got the oven preheated to 375 and this has to cook for 19 to 21 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get that started and then I'll plate it. All right, here it is, still frozen. It's on our pizza pan. Again, have it set for 375. It's gonna cook for that 19 to 21 minutes. We just get this at Walmart and kind of like the deli section. These are really good if you've never had one. All right, so I cooked the pizza. I did 22 minutes instead of the 21 because I like my biscuit part to be just a little bit crispy. I'm sorry. Probably checking the phone. Anyway, I like it to be crispy. I'm going to go ahead and get these sliced and plated and show you how to make it a fat burning meal. I said, and I'm going to slice these into smaller pieces so I can show you my portion control that I made if it doesn't move all over the pan. My husband's still laughing at me from my, what did I say, crispy instead of crispy? Oh man, I can't say words right. If you watch several of my videos, you already know I can't do them. He's over there trying his best not to laugh. Okay, so this is cut in fours. My husband likes to leave them like this, but I cut them smaller because this one right here that I'm cutting, these two slices will be my portion control. Okay, here it is, all cut into portion control slices. Now I'm gonna go ahead and plate it, show you what to add to make this fat burning. Okay, this is where I elevated the fat burning meal by adding a slow carb. So I did add a portion of strawberries and blueberries. Those are my favorite slow carbs, so you're gonna see those in most of my meals. My husband put hot honey on his and I kind of want to see what that tastes like, so I added hot honey to this slice. Let me give it a try and I'll let you know. I'll grab it with both hands so I don't drop it. We'll see if I like it. It's even better with the hot honey. I didn't think I'd like it, but it's really good. I have to give my husband credit for that. I'm going to be making a char-grilled pineapple chicken salad. So I've got a pound of chopped up chicken thighs right here. I have 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm going to add that. And then I have 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I have 2 cans of pineapple juice right here. So I'm just going to give this a good mix. And then I'm going to toss or pour it over the chicken. Sorry, my dog's walking by. She's making a lot of noise. I'm going to pour it over the chicken and I'm going to let it set for 10 minutes. Actually, let me mix it up just a little bit more. Okay. All right, so I have the chicken nice and coated. I'm going to give it a good mix really quick. I don't know if you can see that from here. But let me mix it up. All right, so I just want to make sure every piece of chicken is soaking in this juice. And I'm going to set it aside for 10 minutes. While it's soaking and marinating in the juice, I'm going to get my little grill set up. And then I'm going to get everything ready for the salad as well. And I'll show you that too. All right, the chicken's still marinating. I do have this little guy. It's called Baker's Friend. I got it the other day. You can make waffles with it, pancakes with it, or you can grill with it. It has interchangeable plates. Can't remember how much it was. I got it at Walmart, but I got it after I got the little Dash pancake makers and I realized these were way too small. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this all together, let this heat up, and then we'll get started with the chicken. I had to push a little further away so you can see everything. I have my pot here. It's gonna hold the extra sauce that's left over or the extra juice so I can cook it later and it's going to be the sauce for the salad. All right, so I've got this warmed up. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some chicken. I don't think it's gonna fit all of the chicken on there at one time, which is fine. I'll just have to cook it in intervals. Get a little closer so it's not dripping. So I just want to make sure that I have as much chicken in here as I can, and I think I can fit just a couple more pieces. And then I'm gonna let this cook for 3 to 4 minutes. And I love this because it does have a grill plate on each side. And I don't want to burn myself. All right, so that's gonna cook for 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, these are looking really good, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull them off, and then I'll put the next batch in. All right, for this next batch, I put some olive oil spray on there so it wouldn't burn so much. This batch is looking even better, but there's still a lot of juice. One thing I will say is I got this recipe off of a YouTube channel. I add seasoning because there definitely wasn't enough seasoning. So to the sauce that I made over here, I added parsley, salt, garlic salt, and black pepper. Just to give it a little bit of taste, when I sprinkle it on the salad, it tastes better. While the last batch of chicken is cooking, I moved the sauce over here to the stove. I'm going to bring it to a boil and I'm going to stir it. And then I'm going to grill the pineapples, and I'll show you that too. While the sauce is cooked, I was going to show you as it was boiling, but instead I walked away for a second, let it overflow, and it went everywhere. So this is the aftermath. I'll show you the best. I guess I should actually say this is the aftermath because I let it boil over. It literally was not boiling over. I turned around for 2 seconds and then it was. But that's okay. That's on me. I got to clean it up. All right, since the chicken is a little bland because the recipe didn't call for any seasonings, I went ahead and seasoned the pineapples. So I put salt, pepper, and parsley on here. You do whatever you're comfortable with. That's just what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can fit 3 of these on here. Yeah, I got 3. And I'm going to go ahead and grill these up. Okay, so my grill has decided to stop working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to broil these on the top shelf in the oven for a few minutes on each side. Okay, the pineapples were on broil for a while in the oven, so I'm gonna go ahead and move at least one over to my salad bowl that I already made. So I've got, you can see there I have carrots, I have onions, I have chicken, tomatoes, cucumbers, and that's it. And then I have lettuce underneath. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of fold that over right there. I'm gonna put 2 of them in my salad, I think, and just kind of fold them. There we go. I have it folded over in there. They're on top of the cucumbers and part of the tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and pour the juice on top. Try it out and let you know what I think. We'll see if this is a hit or miss or not. Okay, so I'm going to show you the aftermath of my kitchen. This is the mess. Don't worry, I didn't just cook. I also did some produce food prepping as well. This is my lovely stove. I got to clean that up and all the dishes. So yeah, I got to get all that clean. Don't worry, I'll do it. Today I'm going to be making some fish tacos, so I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, a half a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, which is totally saturated because I already have the chili powder, and then 2 tablespoons of dried parsley, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use any oil that you want. I just chose this one because we're trying to stay away from seed oils as much as possible. We are not 100% on that, but you can use any oil that you prefer. We just don't recommend seed oils. And I have my fish here. I'm using fly fish. They're not fully defrosted, so I've got the oven preheated to 400 degrees, and they're gonna cook for about 10 to 20 minutes once I get them all coated. So I'm gonna get this mixed up, coat them, then put them in the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything mixed together. I spilled my olive oil, so I had to add a little bit more to the bowl. Hopefully I added enough. I'm gonna try to get everything that's in these little bowls, so I'm gonna use my finger to get these scraped out as much as I can. And then I'm gonna make this Cajun sauce that I always make when we're eating crawfish or shrimp. So I'm gonna make that, and I was gonna make that for you the last time. What did I make? Oh, when I made the Cajun boil, and I did try to make it, but it didn't work out well, so I'm gonna make it now. And this is definitely not enough olive oil, so I'm gonna add more. Okay, I'm just gonna add enough until this is wet. I had a feeling that wasn't gonna be enough. I'm following this recipe I saw online, and that's the problem with following recipes sometimes. It doesn't always work for you the way the person had intended it. And I still think that this is just too much. So what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce that I have off to the side over here because I don't wanna add too much oil. That'll just go with the flavor of the seasoning I'm gonna put on. I'm gonna get the fish coated. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. I think I'm just gonna pour it on and then use my little thing over here to spread it around. I don't even know what it's called. All right, so this is a little bit thicker than I would normally have liked. So you just work it out however you can work it out. There we go. So I've got it spread across the top 2 fish. Now I just need to move it around and get it all over the rest. I've got these evenly marinated as much as possible on both sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick them in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. And I might flip them over halfway through, but I will broil them for the last 3 to 4 minutes. I'm making the Cajun dip, and for that I need ketchup, mayonnaise, Worcestershire sauce, salt, Cajun seasoning, which is 20 sachets, and parsley. And you can season this to your liking, so that's what I'm gonna do. I don't have any particular measurements. I tasted along the way. But the one thing I'm gonna do first is add a lot of mayonnaise because I want a decent amount of dip for these tacos. And once I have my mayonnaise established, that's gonna let me know, how much seasoning, sorry about my name, do I need to add. And I'm gonna start with just a little bit of ketchup. And a little bit of Worcestershire sauce goes a long way, so keep that in mind. Just gonna do a little bit right there. Now I'm gonna add my salt. And I'm gonna generously add some salt. Oops, sorry about that. And my Cajun seasoning. Now my parsley. Now a lot of people, when they make this Cajun dip, they don't use parsley, but my husband and I love parsley, so we put it on just about everything. And when you make this with the parsley, it kind of elevates it another level. So if you've made this dip in the past and you've never used parsley, I would say try it because you're probably going to like it a lot more than you think you are. And all I'm using is just a fork because I want to make sure that I'm getting it really mixed. And if I use a whisk, it's just not going to do the job I need it to do. So what you're wanting this to look like is it needs to be pink or a light pink color. Some people prefer it when it's more pink. I prefer it when it's just light pink. But I want everything mixed in. And this is not enough. So I'm going to add some more mayonnaise. I've added more mayonnaise. I'm going to put a little bit more ketchup. And I'm going to taste it before I add any more seasonings or Worcestershire sauce. One time I made this, I put way too much Worcestershire sauce. And let me tell you, it didn't taste good. All right, so I did add a little bit more ketchup, a little bit more parsley, a little bit more Cajun seasoning, and a little bit more salt. I did not add any more Worcestershire sauce. It tastes perfect. So it should look like this. It should drip some, but still be pretty thick. Now, sometimes it can come out a little bit runny depending on how much mayonnaise you use and how much you mix it up. But this is great, and this is delicious. If you've never made it, definitely try it. My husband and I love this dip. Wow, these look and smell delicious. I don't know if you can see it, but my pan is like crazy warped. Gotta get a new pan, I think. But they look good. They smell good. We'll see how they taste.
These fish tacos were fabulous. Absolutely loved them. The left side is my plate. The strawberries and blueberries are going to be the slow carb along with the cabbage mix that I have underneath the fish. And then the fish itself is the protein. I have cheese in there, which is the fat as well as sour cream. I did put my dip on top. Oh my goodness, love it. If you've never tried that dip, definitely try it. On the right-hand side, we have my husband's dish. Everything is the same except he used the spring mix lettuce instead of the cabbage that I had. Very good. I really hope that you like the fat burning meals that I'm showing you. I know my camera isn't great. I've got to get something better worked out with that. But please, if you like this channel, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, click that notification bell so you get notified when I post new content.